G'day humanoid life forms, it's Chewy here. I've got Marianne on the back, and today we're just having a little ride, two up, just to get used to this big beast. I've had the bike for a couple of months now, and I've definitely gotten over the honeymoon period. And I'm starting to come to terms with what this bike is. Now, having Marianne on the back today, that's what this bike is for. Because with her on the back, I can hardly notice any difference in the handling, the power, the braking, cornering of this bike. A little bit around corners I'm feeling it, but not a lot. Now up until this point, I still want a fast bike, which is probably why I went for a Rocket. But that's really not what this bike is about. Yeah, sure, you can ride it fast if you want, but this bike really is a cruiser. And when you treat it that way, when you cruise, it's a very enjoyable cruise indeed. If you try and treat it like a bike that's meant to go fast, it just isn't as enjoyable as any kind of Japanese sports bike or European sports bike. That's not what this thing is. This thing is an enormous muscle cruiser, and that's what it does well. Cruises around at the speed limit, just chilling, taking it easy. That's when this bike comes into its own. That's when it's comfortable, that's when it's fun to ride. Not that it isn't fun going fast. I mean, this thing accelerates ridiculously quickly. And when I'm riding one up, yes, I take advantage of that, especially from the lights. There's not much on the road that will accelerate quicker than this big thing. But given the 330 kilo dry weight of this bike, you do have to give it some respect. All of that said, the brakes on this bike are phenomenal. The rear brake is the best rear brake I've ever felt on any motorcycle. Maybe it has to do with the 210 rear wheel. Oh, the front brakes, I can two-finger these brakes, no problem at all, and they pull you up. The engine braking is fantastic, so I rarely even have to touch the rear brake. Although I do use the rear brake around corners to keep the bike stable. I'm still learning the limits of this bike. I haven't scraped the pegs on it once yet. Unlike most cruisers, the first corner I come to... Actually, I never scraped the Harleys either that I've ridden. But the BMW R18, first corner, scraped the pegs. On the Suzuki Boulevard, first corner, scraped the pegs. Well, this bike, I've never scraped the peg yet, so I don't know its limitations. I don't really want to find out its limitations, to be honest. So for such a big bike, it handles extremely well. There'll be a few upgrades coming on the bike, and I'm excited to get those on here so I can make the long trips a little bit more comfortable. Alright, well that's about it. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for watching. You know the drill. Until next time, be good to each other. Chewy out. Peace.